Greetings. Hello, my name is Caleb Leverett, and it's been a while since I've done this. I was all ready to go, and then all of a sudden, beep, sound went to nothing, and I'm about 10 minutes late. Hi, how are y'all? Give me an update. Let me know if you can hear me or not. There is a lag because I'm not directly connected to the internet. I'm using Wi-Fi, as London used to call it. She was itty bitty. All right, it's working. Disney 100 Years of Wonder. Greetings. Angel, always forget to select the right mic in my settings. Yes. Angel, you also had a comment up there. The masculine is order and the feminine is chaos by natural design. Angel, I assume by your profile picture that you are a woman, and that is quoting you, not me. Because I could get in trouble for saying that, but knowing me, I'm allowed to say it anyways. Hello, Mr. Torrey. Your first time here? I doubt it. Hello, Sarah Jane. How are you? Sound is fine. Good. I'm great. I've been better about 25, 27 years ago before I made the silly decision to get married young. I was doing pretty good. Then again, I was very naive back then. And naivety is about the worst thing that a human being could be on this earth and expect to make it through it alive. You're not going to do it. And if you're raising your cheerins in a bubble, then you're doing them, in my humble opinion, a big disservice. And why do I say that? Let's see, which one am I? I don't remember these. Very fitting. Not what I was looking for. Okay, yes, good enough. Sarah Jane, if we don't make mistakes, we haven't lived. Yes, and I've made my fair share of mistakes, and I'm here to try my best to be humble, to be somebody that my cheering can be proud of someday, hopefully. Anyways, in the news, I'm going to try to, I've got to get on here more often. Celebrities are getting divorced. They've always been getting divorced, but celebrities are getting divorced, and you can just see the salivating glands of the family court. Family court, always use that quotations, using quotes, air quotes. The family court are salivating. And why would the family court salivate when celebrities get divorced? Because usually celebrities are very wealthy, and when they split, there's loads and loads of money to be divvied up. And some people wonder why people get prenuptial agreements. It's one of those awkward things that exist and should be utilized. Why would I say that? Well, because money is pretty much the driver of everything evil that this world comes to. Look at our governments. Look at the things that they get away with, the elites, the things that they get away with, and there's always money attached to it. Anyways, the feral trout. Hey, Caleb, saw that what you went through, and I'm just glad you made it through. Thank you. Yeah, it was tough and it sucked, but thanks. I did make it. Shaddix, hello. Sarah Jane, you are your kid's hero? I hope so. Maybe. Hello, Faye Teeter. Glad to see you're back, Caleb. Hello. Yes. Okay. Angel. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I was back to what I was talking about, what Angel said. And sure. I'm going to read her quote. Oh, yeah. I always forget I can do this. Yes, Angel. According to her profile picture, I'm going to assume her gender. That's radical. I know. It's crazy to do that. Angel, being a woman, a quote from her, the masculine is order and the feminine is chaos by natural design. I know some men who are very chaotic and have wreaked havoc because they cannot control their emotions. It's not a big stretch to say that I am red-pilled, and I'm of the belief that men should learn Learn to control it. Because as Jordan Peterson has said before, and this is not a direct quote, but it's something along the lines of there's no virtue in a man who's not dangerous and doesn't do anything, because it doesn't take any control whatsoever to just be a big fat blob slob on the sidelines and get through this life like that. But if you're capable of hurting people and things, and yet you choose not to do it, that is more along the lines of where I'm at, as far as the natural order of things. I'm way behind as usual. I'm look at Micah. Hey, Caleb. Hello, Micah. How are you? The Feral Trout soccer player Hakimi's wife tried to divorce him, but everything was in his mom's name, so instead she is paying him. It is terrible that is funny, but it is funny. I don't know this. I've seen the headlines. This Hakim. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. I don't keep up with soccer. Football, as the rest of the world outside of America calls it. But yes, I did see that headline. It's interesting that would happen. He had a prenuptial agreement. What usually happens when people get divorced and there is no prenuptial agreement and the man happens to become successful afterwards, that becomes what they call, family courts call, community property, meaning everything that man has earned since getting married now no longer belongs all to him. In essence, it belongs partially to her, partially to the crooked family courts, because they have jurisdiction over these things. Now, you can stay out of the family courts. It is possible, but getting two people to mutually agree upon that after the fact is near impossible. So, Micah, I scheduled an email for you on Father's Day. Scheduled? I don't even keep up with Father's Day. I think we've already, no, it's coming up. I think that's in June, isn't it? I haven't had Father's Day or celebrated Father's Day in many, many, many years, because my children were young. We didn't get that opportunity. Father's Days were robbed from us. Christmas were robbed from us. Birthdays were usually robbed from us. So we've just learned we learned over the years that every day that my children and I are together is a special day, and to hell with special holidays and Father's Days. I'm not trying to get off on a rant there, but Tori in the Fed. Oh my goodness. Are you talking about the great Ron Paul, who wrote a book called In the Fed? I think so. I think he is 100% female. I knew it. Timmy Kramer, 2000. Thank God I never married. 57, enjoying life. Wow. Let's see. Do I remember? Yes. It's the little yellow button. Good for you. 57. You are 11 years older than yours truly. And I've been single since 2012, so 11 years. And I'm glad. I needed to. I had to find myself. I'd consider remarrying someday, eventually, maybe, if the right person came along. But as of right now, no, I've got things I've got to focus on, things I've got to do. Can't be sidetracked with that. Zygodits. It's not soccer. It's called football. That's right. In every other country besides America, it is called football. But if you're in America and you call football, then it's this oblong thing, oblong ball. Man, you are a legend. Well, thanks. I don't happen to agree with you on that, but I do thank you for your kind words. Amanda's Vida. Watching the video before I was a mom, I was outraged at Parker's mom. What's your opinion now that you've raised him full time? Normal teenage defiance versus parents type stuff. I can answer some of that. For the noobs here, I don't talk about my cheering that much. They don't have social media. I often go through things that are already public knowledge and clarify things, but I can't talk about their relationship with other people, particularly their mother. But say, watching your video before I was a mom, I was outraged at Parker's mom. What's your opinion now that you raised him in full? Of the video, my opinion of the video, normal teenage defiance versus parent type stuff. Teenagers are defiant, but then again, so are adults. I'm 46 years old and I'm defiant. I do question everything. Normal teenage defiant versus parent stuff. My only regrets in that whole thing, outside of the fact that I should not have married a woman that I was not compatible with. Oh, that reminds me. Another person to add to this list, and I will get to Kevin Costner and Olivia Wilde and what's the other one? Tyrese Gibson and what's his name? Crowder. What's his name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Crowder, the conservative commentary guy, Louder with Crowder. I can't even think of his first name. He's getting divorced. And he put out a very strange video announcing it. I'm looking at Micah. Are you married? Nope. I have no business being married until I can figure out who I want to be when I grow up. I have no business being married. Much like 99.9% of all young people have no business getting married because it is a contract with the government. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that because some people are young and are already married or know somebody that, well, our marriage is going great. Well, I hope it works out for you. But chances are, 50% chance are it won't. And you will be getting divorced. And everything that you and the love of your life that you've laid in bed for many, many a night and swore to each other how much you love each other and care about each other. Just know that 50% of all marriages that have done the exact same thing, they wind up getting divorced. And they pull out the claws and they look like a Wolverine, and they start going for each other's throats, and they start beating each other up in family court. Sometimes they beat each other up in real life. Family court steps in and claims authority over you and your relationship and your children and your wallet and your property and every asset you ever got. And you will do what they say, or else they will jail you. Just ask somebody who knows. Yours truly, I would know. Disney 100 Years of Wonder. I'm surprised the video where Parker stood up to his rights is the most popular video. Most popular of my videos? Yeah, me too. I honestly thought Parker versus the Man was going to be a lot more viewed, but it wasn't for whatever reason. Parker versus the Man's only got about 6 million views, or close to 7. Last time I checked, the Parker movie's about to roll over 47 million. I don't know why, but Angela Olive Stone. How are all of your kids doing these days? They're great, and I don't talk about them. They have a private life, and yeah, that's that. How old is Parker now? Parker turned 24 in March. Parker is now, I'm getting a notification that I've got weak signal. Am I pausing up there, y'all? There's Dorian. Hadn't seen you in a while. Dorian Mabry. When I watched Parker videos, I felt sorry for him because Candace was abusive and manipulative, and Judge Crooked Whalen and Judge Jerkoff Rex are drunk with power. Yeah, I can affirm and agree with most of what you just said there. There's certain things that it's probably pretty obvious I can't talk too much about, but yeah, when it comes to crooked judges, Den Whalen and James L. Rex, I believe is his name. Yeah, crooks. Angela Oliverstone, I'm older than you. Okay. Micah, why would Parker's mom ask you, are you high right now, Caleb, or drunk? It's none of her business. You're not a drug addict. LOL. I'm not. I wasn't back then. I have been a drug addict, and my drug of choice was the same as the politicians in this country. My drug of choice was alcohol. And if you are struggling with alcohol and you want to quit, and I suggest you do, then just know that on my channel back about 2.5 years ago, if you look through the live updates, I did several lives. I don't remember, 3 or 4 lives documenting how I was feeling. Within, I think I started about a month into my sobriety. So why would she ask that? I have no idea. I mean, who knows? Disney 181. You mean the one where the dishonorable Judge Whalen forced Parker to go back to his mom and stepdad? Yep. No lag. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Angel. It was giving me the notifications there was a lag. But hello, Mr. Mazin. You ready to get in the ring, son? Still getting jacked. Still staying jacked. I'd have taken off from the gym. That's probably been a month. It's the longest I've gone in my year and a half of being in the gym. The longest I've gone. But I had a job up in New Jersey that I could not turn down. And I've since, I don't know if I can, well, yeah, I'll go ahead. I've moved back to Florida. I bought a little tiny house close to the boys. So we're now neighbors again. I don't know how I got off on that. Amanda Vita, thank you for answering that. And as a creator, I respect your wishes not to involve your kids. Good luck with everything in life. Well, thanks so much, Amanda Vita. Thank you very much. Angela Olivestone, you are a far better parent than your ex-wife will ever be. Angela Olivestone, you have every right to have that opinion if you'd like. I'm just not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Shaddix. I keep saying Shaddix. I don't really know what your name is. I went to school with Carol Shaddix, and I don't know why I've not thought about her name since I graduated in 1995. Hope she's doing well. For me, the quality of the video is a little hazy. I kind of thought so. Oh, well, it'll be all right. Just sitting here flossing your teeth. Yeah, I was flossing my teeth. Let's see if I've got a flosser up. I usually have them everywhere I go, but no, I don't have one at the moment. But yes, I floss regularly. Since I eat narcissists for breakfast, I'm constantly having to dig the guts of the narcissist out of my teeth. And for those that don't know, Tori's making a reference to the Parker movie where I was chastised for sitting there filming and flossing my teeth. Can you use the Parker standing up for his rights video with your? Can I use the Parker standing up for his rights video with your permission? Absolutely. Thank you for asking. I do appreciate that. But however, apparently loads and loads of people use it without my permission, and some give credit to me, which is nice. But many, the vast majority of people, I don't know why they don't. They may not even know it's been downloaded and uploaded and downloaded and uploaded and re-uploaded God knows how many times. So maybe they don't even know. Well, yeah, my name's in it. Parker's name's in it. It's pretty easy to find. If you do use it, at least give my channel credit. That's all I ask. I have no way of enforcing that. I will not go to the government. I have no plans to go to the government to solve those types of problems. I'm trying to live my life by example, and more than anyway, I don't want to get off on that tear, but yes, you may. Hello, Lisa Davey. Hey, Caleb, looking good and healthy. Love from Glasgow, Scotland. Still cannot wait to get over to Scotland someday. One of these days, I'll do it. Money Mason 10. Love the way you stand stood for your children. Hey, thanks, man. I do appreciate it. Or that what, man, chick. Olivia Olivestone. It's okay. My parents are divorced as well, and I get it. Did you get in trouble from court about Parker being returned to his mom? Yes, Micah, you must be new. Watch Parker versus the Man. What happened about 2.5 months after I got Parker. By the way, the Parker movie is coming up on 10 years. May the 26th, I believe, was when I recorded that. This coming May. It is May. This coming 20. I'll have to look for sure, but I didn't release it I released it like in June, like 2 or 3 weeks later. I wasn't going to release it. I didn't want to release it. It just happened that way. So I've got videos where I've revisited the Park movie. If you want to go and watch that, where I revisited it last summer, and I gave a little bit deeper explanation there. If you want to look into that. Amanda Vita, I've never watched the rest of the video, so let me run up and watch ours today. Yeah, I've got plenty. Let me know what you think, Amanda. I'll give you credit. Hey, thanks, man. I do appreciate that. Madison, let's go. You back in Florida? I'm so ready for college. Okay, yeah, I am. I'm back in Florida. I'm in Georgia at the moment, but I had to come take care of some stuff here at this friend of mine's house. But yeah, I'm back in Florida. I still remember that quote about Jason May, the stepdad, the simp dad. He's a simp daddy. That goofy motherfucker right fucking there. I mean, Jason May. Did I say that? I probably did. That wouldn't surprise me. Tori, I'm still looking to move to Florida. Bring it. Just be prepared, Tori. It is hot as hell in the summertime. I didn't want to move back to Florida primarily for that reason, but this little tiny house that I bought, I'm revamping everything, and it's going to have a massive air conditioner where I can stay nice and cooled off. I've watched your videos for years, but I've forgotten about it. Hey, thanks, man. I'm glad you brought that up, Micah. I've got like over 500,000 subs. And as you can see, there's 18 people in here at the moment. I have no earthly idea. I get anywhere from 2,000 to 8,000 new subs every month. And for whatever reason, none of my lives gets sent out to almost nobody. And I don't know why, but that's just how it is. Money Mason, what platform is the Parker movie on? It's on just about every platform there is, but the original is this channel, the one you're watching right now. It's my oldest, biggest, not my oldest, almost my old, but it's by far my biggest video, and the original's on this channel. Hello, Karen Van Kenfert. Hi. And you know I'm going to say it. You're looking sexy, Caleb. Well, thank you very much, Karen. Stop it. You're going to make me blush. Karen Van Kenfert, I bet it's hotter in Houston. I don't know. Houston's bad, like bad, but Florida is where I'm at, South Florida, a little further south, and the very, very seldom is the humidity in South Florida below 90, 87, 80%. Lisa Davy. Oh, I met a lady over here in my town from Texas. She's been married to a man from my town, I'm going to butcher this, Kilbride, for 20 years, and they both stay in Texas, but we're over visiting his relatives. Cool accent. Yeah, we're Hicks, but we're not as hicky as the Hicks from Alabama and Georgia. Those are some fucking Hicks. And I'm a Hick, so I can say that. I'm a cracker Hick at that. Angel, dang, now I'm behind. Stupid solicitor calls. Are you English? Are you talking about lawyers? Oh, I know over in England they call solicitors lawyers. You like jokes? Yep, love jokes. If you got any good ones, have at it. All right, I'm going to get into what. Jesus, I've been on there for 24 minutes. I haven't started what I meant to. Let's see if I can figure this out. I'm going to go through. They've changed it up. Share screen. Let's talk about Kevin Costner. Because I know most of the straight ladies in here are just oohing and awing over, oh, Kevin. Because he is so dang good looking. All right, share. Let me go back to here. What in the... Oh, there I am. They have changed all this up. Kevin Costner's wife, Christine Baumgartner, files for divorce after 18 years of marriage. Baumgarten is 49 years old, has filed for divorce. People has confirmed in a statement. To People, Costner's representative said, "It is with great sadness that circumstances beyond his control have transpired, which have resulted in Mr. Costner having to participate in the dissolution of marriage action." God, that is obviously written by a lawyer. "We ask that Christine's, and their children's privacy be respected as they navigate this difficult time," the rep added. TMZ was the first to report the news. November, Costner spoke friendly of his wife, telling People, "My wife does things that it just helps. The house is prettier because of her. Everything is warmer because of her. There's these little things that she does that I like. It's the power of love, but that she makes her home that way." The pair wed in September of 2004 and have 3 children together. Sons Caden, age 15, Hayes, age 14, that magical age of 14, plus daughter Grace. Costner, who's 68. Dude is 68 years old. He's literally my dad's age. Also has 4 older children from previous relationships, daughters Annie and Lily, and sons Joe and Liam. God damn, son. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 childrens. Kevin's got 7 children. He's my father's age, and his youngest is 12. That means he had 68. He was 56 and he had another child. I didn't. If I turned 56 years old and knew I had another curtain crawler, carpet crawler, curtain climber coming along, I just couldn't do it. But he's got bazillions of dollars, and more than likely that his handbag designer, soon-to-be ex-wife, will own most of his shit, and that's just the way it is. Related, who is Kevin Costner's wife? About Christine Baumgartner. I'm not going to read that. Baumgartner's up front with Costner about wanting to start a family. Costner revealed to Extra on a day one of their relationship. Baumgartner told him, "If you're going to be with me, you need to know that kids are at the end of the road for me with you, and if that's going to happen." Okay. The pair dated for 6 years before Baumgartner gave Costner an ultimatum. "Finally, there came a moment when maybe this doesn't go forward," Costner said before he decided, "I'm not going to lose her because I'm afraid." That's not good, man. That's not good. The actor had nothing but praise for his wife and talking to People about their relationship during the pandemic. That is fake as fuck. "Our partnership has really came into focus about what we do for each other and how we deal with our family." Let's see. Quote, "Our house is like a river. You've just got to get in the flow with it," he added, and whatever, blah, blah, blah. This is Costner's second marriage after a 16-year marriage to Cindy Silva, which ended in divorce in 1994. That was the year before I graduated. The Field of Dreams actor has starred in Yellowstone for 5 seasons as the powerful Montana patriarch John Dutton, but rumors began to swirl in February he might exit the Paramount series to focus on directing and starring in an upcoming Western film, Horizon. Yellowstone was expected to return with new episodes in summer of 2023, but production is not resumed for the second half of season 5. Paramount's Keith Cox, president of development production, remained optimistic that Costner would return during a panel at PaleyFest last month, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, it doesn't go into a whole lot. I just picked one. She's a pretty lady, very pretty. She's 3 years older than me. They've got 3 children together, and Mr. Costner is about to pay through the nose, even if he does have a prenuptial agreement, because the man has made. I haven't seen Yellowstone yet. I was in New Mexico a few weeks ago, and I saw my folks for about a week. I hung out there for about a week, and there's a prequel to Yellowstone on Paramount Plus called 1923, I think. 1923. and they've only got one. It's a prequel, and they've only got one season, and it is phenomenal. And now I fully plan on, in my spare time, catching up on Yellowstone, because I've heard absolutely nothing but wonderful things about it, and I can't wait to watch it. Anyways, no idea what Kevin Costner's made off of that. He's been around my entire life, super famous, millions and millions and millions of dollars. And again, he made TV shows like Yellowstone after their marriage. And again, according to the family court, that is known as community property. If he gets out of this without losing well over half his shit, he'll be lucky, and he'll have a really good lawyer. If he did not have the luxury of a really good lawyer, then he'd be screwed. So now, going back to here, let's move over to the next topic. All right, before I get to that, I'm going to answer I'm going to take a few more calls, or not calls here. Do y'all want to do call-ins? Back in the day when I was doing this, I'd give out the link, and I could have people call in. I have no clue who it was. Kook, hello, Rabbi. I ain't no rabbi. I'm in Tennessee. Angel, I'm in Tennessee. I mean, salespeople calling my phone. I'm watching on the phone. Oh, okay, I see. Not okay, real solicitors. According to a Hollywood blind item months ago, Kevin Costner knocked up someone in his new movie. Ooh. If infidelity has entered this, then, oh, man. I don't know. Tori Angel, we've been trying to reach you regarding your car's extended warranty. Y'all are a mess. Lisa Davy, yeah, you pronounced my town correct. LOL, you didn't butcher it. Kevin Costner, she loves Kevin Costner. Years ago, he was over here in Scotland in Glen Eagles playing golf, and he sexually assaulted a hotel worker. Really? That's two. Let's see. It's two accusations I've gotten on here, from one from Lisa and one from somebody else. What was it? Amanda said he knocked up someone in his new movie. Okay, I don't know. I don't know Kevin Costner. Mazen, no, have you seen what Ashraf Hakimi, the soccer player, did when his wife divorced him and wanted all his money? He did the smartest thing ever. He already had shit planned. Look it up. Look what he did. Yeah, I get. Well, I think if that's the same guy we're talking about, Mazen, I briefly touched on that. I don't know anything about the guy, but yeah, I saw the making the rounds that poor girl, she's not getting squat, and good for him for doing that. Lisa Davy, his publicist really worked hard. I didn't hear that one. I don't know. That was exactly what it was. Just make sure to have people show their face now. If you drop your StreamYard link in the chat, they like to prick bomb nowadays. I'm not sure what that means. You mean if I drop the link? I might do it. Maybe. Make sure to have people. Make sure to have people show their face now if you drop. Yes, I'm glad you. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little slow. It takes me a minute. I'm glad you brought that up. The Parker movie keeps blowing up on Facebook and other platforms, and as usual, as predictable, there's people coming out of the woodwork that criticize me and blah 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 blah. They not just saying, yeah, whatever, dude, or yeah, you're a jackass, Caleb. They go to these extra links to like dig up and look up all this crap by these weird obscure websites that make, I don't know, websites about me or the kids, and it's really strange. But these people that come out, they act like the way they post over and over and over and over and over and over about screw Caleb Leverett, he's a piece of crap, Caleb, you're a scumbag, blah blah blah, on and on. It's like they have this life mission where they just have to expose who I am. And I'm like, That's great. That is awesome. I admire that. I really do. And the reason is because I get passionate about assholes that I see getting away with murder, and I enjoy calling them out. But at the same time, here's my mug. It's not hard to find me. I've criticized people and things, and I show my face. And my point is, what Amanda's talking about here. Yeah, I would love for people who just, and I'm not talking to Amanda, I'm just the critics who love to just come after me. I would give anything, and so far, no one's ever done it. For one of my critics that are so obsessed with me, and so they've got all this research they've done on me, and they're convinced that they can take me down. Prove it. Prove it, prove it, prove it. I cannot wait for somebody to say, here I am, world. My name is Joe Blow, and I hate Caleb Leverett, and I'm going to show you exactly why I think he's a prick, and he's a liar, and he's a scumbag, and everything he said is full of crap, and why all you people shouldn't be calling him the notorious dad, blah, 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 and publish it, own it. But they won't. For some reason, they just won't do it. I don't know why. I wish they would, though. Hasn't he had all his property and money in his mom's name, so she owns it all? Win for Ashraf Hakimi. Yep. Well done for him. Well done. Jaden applies. Can I get a shout out? You sure can. Jaden applies. Show their wiener. Girl, what are you smoking? The people, their whole goal in life is to hate on someone else are the saddest. They've got no life. Yeah, but they're fun to play. They're fun to joke around about. Sarah Jane, exactly. Prove it. Yeah, just real easy. Just prove it. Surfing Alien 88. Hi, Caleb. I'm an Australian Indigenous mummy. Are you? Nice. I just love it whenever I get people from Britain or the island south there, Australia. Your mums. H says, hey, Caleb. Hello, H. All righty. I'm going to get to the next one. Now, I jumped the gun on this one. We're going to move over there and close that out. And I've got to go to share screen. Did it right? Olivia Wilde. Okay, don't really care to go into all that. Where is she? There she is. Let me double check, make sure it's all working. Yes, sir. Olivia Wilde is an actress of whom I first found in House. For those of you that do not know, I am a gigantic House MD junkie. I absolutely love House. I love Hugh Laurie. I think he's one of the greatest comics of all time. And Olivia Wilde came in at about season 3 or 4 as Dr. 13. And she is sexy as hell in there. Anyway, she and her ex, Jason Sudeikis. I don't really know how to pronounce that. Let's see. Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis have gone from friendly exes co-parenting their 2 children to waging a legal war in a bitter custody battle that was dragged out in public. In January 2023, however, Wilde and Sudeikis appeared to be on amicable terms when they were spotted sharing a friendly hug. They also put on a united front against their former live-in nanny, who in February sued the ex-couple for wrongful termination. Man, as if divorce couldn't already be hard enough, you get your nanny that knows your children's intimately, and to be in the middle of a divorce, and I don't know anything about this, to get sued by the nanny, that's got to be a gigantic pain in the ass. What I was saying earlier is apparently her ex, this Jason Sudeikis guy, had her served in public while she was giving some kind of speech or something. And I remember when it happened, I remember seeing it, I don't know, it was a few months ago. And somebody made a comment that I made like an off the cuff, comment on Facebook that said under a story about them. And I said, yeah, another strong, independent woman. And someone said, I'm kind of shocked, Kayla, that you'd actually say that. I've been following your story and I thought, you would know better. It's like, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't keep up with this kind of crap usually, but I'm willing to find out about it. Wilde and Sudeikis' hug came a couple months after Wilde split from Harry Styles in November of 2022 after their highly publicized nearly 2-year relationship. In August 2022, Wilde and Sudeikis found themselves in court fighting over where their two children, Otis, age 8, and Daisy, age 6, will live. Wilde wanted to be based in Los Angeles and potentially London, while Sudeikis wanted to live with his kids in Brooklyn. If that wasn't already a challenging hurdle, there was also a manner in which Sudeikis' lawyer chose to serve Wilde custody papers. Actions she deemed were clearly intended to threaten me and catch me off guard. Yep, that's what happens. That's what I mean. That's what I was talking about earlier. You and your husband, you and your wife lying there in bed, doing your thing, loving on each other, making vows and playing and doing all this thing. You feel really good and great. And half the time it turns into this where it's designed to go for the jugular. If you don't go for the jugular in family court, your ex will. So, it's bad. In August of 2022, Wilde and Sudeikis found themselves in court. Okay, I already got to that. Hang on. I'm not going to read every bit of this. He's a great dancer, and I'm a sucker for great dancers, she said at the time, but he didn't even get my number. According to the magazine, they kept running into each other until finally one of her guy friends straight up walked up to the actor and said to him, "This is Olivia's number. Use it." Well, that was the beginning. Okay, I'm not going to go in. This is a bunch of just gossip crap. Again, I didn't even read all through all this stuff before I got on here. Anyways, this is just boring me. I'm going to get back to talking to y'all. Get over here and remove. And where am I? Amanda's Vita, laughing my ass off. You asked what a prick bomb is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. It's when people join your live just to flash the screen. Oh, giving you a heads up to ask them to show their face before adding in the screen. Ah, gotcha. Okay, yeah. I got it. All right, I think I'll do that. I think I'll put it in there and see who wants to join. See how crazy we can get this. Surfing Alien 88. Hi, Caleb. I'm an Australian Indigenous mother of 5, and I have to say you've done good as a father, and you will find your queen eventually. Maybe visit Australia one day. Maybe. If I could ever get my passport, that'd be great. There's loads of places I want to fly to and see, but I just can't do it. I'm stuck here in the land of the free for now. Sorry, I meant to say Australia one day. You never know. I'm new to the live chats. No biggie. I'm actually kind of new myself. All right, I got to go, but can't wait till there's another live stream someday. Take care. Have a good day. Have a good day, young man. All right, invite. I think I'll do this, and I'm going to heed Amanda's warnings. Copy. I'm going to put this in the chat, and let's just see how this goes. Oh, man. Control Command V, is that right? Nope. I always forget this. Where's the paste. This is the part where I hate apples. I like to right click and be able to just do the paste thing. Paste. Ah, did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? All right, there it is. If y'all want to join in, I might take them. And as Amanda said, before I bring you on, you are going to show your face, because if you wind up giving me a big moon or other such things that would get me deplatformed, I'm going to at least know who you are and how to find you. So Disney Wonder is Wonder. I gave you credit before I uploaded the video where Parker stood up is right. Okay. I gave you credit. All right, cool. Thanks. Devices not connected. Someone's trying to get in, but it just says, it looks like Disney's trying to get in. It says devices not connected. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me see if I can join. Hold on. All right, y'all just keep trying, I guess. Jaden's applies. How's Parker? He's great. I don't talk about that very much, other than to say he's great. Usually, when I tell people that he's great, that's not a satisfactory answer. They want to know more, but that's why I don't talk about it, because I can't talk much more about it. He's doing great. Parker's a professional horse trainer specializing in starting colts, and he is in the DFW area. Are you getting hacked? I don't think I am. I don't think I can get in. All right, try it one more time, Disney. I'll just click on it. I didn't click on it to see what would happen, just because Dr. Fourth Wall is trying to get in. Let's see. Could you try streaming on Restream one day? I don't know what that is. Tell you what, send me an email. I'm thinking about going to Rumble. I'll just tell you all that right now. There's a lot of things that I cannot say on this platform out of fear of getting deplatformed. And I tried doing Rumble a while back, but I didn't know what I was doing, but I've got a better understanding now. I think I'm going to start, even though I don't have near the audience, but again, with 500,000 subscribers and I've only got 20 people watching at the time, I don't really have much to lose. So I am going to try going over to Rumble. I will be promoting it on on here on Reels, I think. Yeah, those short Reels, I'll be promoting it there. How's Parker's mother? Was she able to find happiness? Don't know, don't care, don't talk about it. Oh, sorry, I thought someone was trying to get in without permission. No, okay, I've seen Dr. Fourth Wall. It is Restream is what I'm using to stream as I speak. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm going to try adding Dr. Fourth Wall, and I may have to take this person off if they're a troll. I have no idea. Add to stream. Dr. Fourth Wall, are you going to moon me? I hope
no,
not.
Sir. Never. I don't do that.
All right, cool. Well, thanks, Dr. Fourth Wall. What's on your mind? I'm going to turn down, hang on. I'm going to turn down this background music. Give me just a sec. All right, Dr. Fourth Wall, what's on your mind?
It's honestly sad to see how this type of stuff has been going on in the West. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the divorce rates that's happening, how modern men are treated and everything, all that stuff, And I will say this, I am sorry for what you went through, and I think no man should ever, go through some type of hell like that. But that's the shit that we got to face sometimes.
Yeah, you sound young. How old are you?
Oh, I'll be straight up honest. I'm fresh out of high school.
Okay. Assume you're not married.
Oh no.
Good. I assume you have no cheering at the moment.
Huh?
You've got no kids?
Nope.
Perfect. Nope. Do you have any debt? Have you started borrowing money yet?
Nope. I have been going to community college for just 2 little semesters, which is mainly about like 1 year. Like I went from last August to December, and then I'm just finishing up my second semester
Well
just
done.
like right now. But I paid up for it like with my own cash that I kind of saved
Good
up
for
over the
you.
years.
So
Yeah,
you're
just
18, 19 years old, right out of school. Um, I don't know how long or how much of my stuff you've watched, but there's three big lessons that I've pounded into my children's lives their whole entire life. Don't get married young or at all. Don't have children young or at all. And don't borrow money. And if you can, and you've already done these three so far, knock on wood, keep it that way. So far, you're doing great. You don't have kids. You're not married yet. I was 19 or I was married. I was
right
19
when
or
you were out of
20,
high school.
right out of high school. Yes.
Hmm.
I
What
guess I just turned 20 when we married, and it's too
hmm.
young. I didn't know what I was doing. You're
Yeah.
not going to have an easy life. This life will never be easy. But those three things, if you can avoid those massive three things right there, your shot at having a pleasant life just increases dramatically.
Oh, I agree. Have you heard of there's a few other YouTube channels that I watch. There's they're kind they're big, MGTOW, Red Pill. I don't know if you ever heard of them by any chance, but
Which
um
ones?
uh I'll list a few. There's Undead Chronic, Hammerhand,
Okay.
Sir Yeetus, Gray Ghost. What else? Wrangler Star. I think that's how you say his name.
Mhm.
Um, James Vaughn Maxwell, that type of thing. But yeah, I listen to their content a lot.
I don't. None of those names ring a bell. I am familiar with the MIG towers. MGTOW, for those of you who don't know, it's an acronym that stands for Men Going Their Own Way, and they're real polarizing. Um, One of the founders of the modern MGTOW movement, what's his name? I can't even think of his name at the moment. He wrote an article about me years and years ago, right after the Parker movie went viral. And he's a real nice
Really?
guy, but he's my, I, how do I put this? I like MIG towers. I
Hmm.
also have my criticism of MIG towers. MGTOW is an excellent place for newly divorced men, fathers to land. It's a nice soft landing because when you get down there, you're beat down. You've lost your kids, you lost your nuclear family, you've lost your money, you've lost time with the kids. You can't see how this is going to play out. You're scared to death that your children are going
Yeah,
to know who you are, that sort of thing. And
you
when you
lose
get down there,
everything.
you get angry and you hurt. And then you've got other people within MGTOW saying, hey, here, man, need help, need a hand. Good job. You can
I
make
know
this.
your pain.
I know your pain. Yes. And so for in that front, MIG towers are excellent. My criticism of MIG towers, and this is simply constructive criticism, is far too many of them are straight up misogynists. I would know because I used to be one. I used to be a MIG tower and a misogynist for a solid year, and I'm very open about it. I did all females for about a year. I was that hurt. And the MIG towers, like I said, it was a nice soft landing. I had been beat down so hard, and I felt so abandoned, so abused, so run over, so taken advantage of, and they're really nice people. And for that, I'll always give them credit for. My message to people who find themselves in that situation now is to acknowledge what it is and be grateful for the good parts of it, but do not let your heart get into the realm of hatred, especially an entire gender. And this is going
Hmm.
to get me in trouble, and I'm okay with that. A part of the reason I'm gonna start going over to Rumble a little bit. I simply believe that there are only two
Oh,
genders. I can't believe
oh
that's
yeah.
that's
Oh yeah. I
it's
mean,
hard to
hey,
believe.
I
Go
have a
ahead.
lot more worse opinions than just there's only two genders. But
Well, of course you do, and I appreciate you biting your tongue since we are on this platform where that sort of speech is not welcome. Again, I'm going to be going on to Rumble and then giving Either Rumble or Patreon. I haven't decided which. One of the
Rumble's
two.
probably better.
It's really come a long way, like a long way. I got on it last year sometime, and it wasn't it's still not huge, but they've got some big names on there. So now,
Mm. But I do have a question. Like, if you don't want to talk about it, then
sure,
that's fine. But
go
do
ahead.
you know if your ex-wife was virgin or not, like before you married her?
I do know, and I cannot talk about that.
Okay, that's fine.
Um,
Um,
I'm sure you understand that. Yeah, that's the part of divorce where some things you just can't talk about because it would be really uncouth, in my opinion. It's
I
I
understand.
I know people would like to know. Not some people want to know for the gossip reasons, but some people want to know strictly to help themselves learn. But I can't talk about that. I think it'd be really tacky if I did.
Okay, but I will just say this: there are like definitely some factors because I think this is just my personal opinion. I think uh marriage is like it's in America, it's screwed, it's dead, it's dying out, and I think a lot of American women are just like becoming less and less valuable for marriage because they're being told to sling themselves around in college if you get what I'm saying, you know and all that stuff, and then like when
304ing? Is that the term?
yes
I've
yes
just recently learned what 304ing is. I had never
yeah,
heard of
it's
that.
when you type it in on a calculator and flip it around, it says HOE. But
Oh. Gotcha. Okay. Again, I
mhm,
looked up the Urban Dictionary, and I guess I didn't read far enough. I knew it meant the HOE thing, but I okay, now that makes a lot more sense.
mhm. But yeah, so they're taught to do that. And here's the thing: when women do that type of thing, um, it's and this is like a biological fact. They sex is much more of an emotional connection to them. There's a pair bonding ability that comes with that, and the more they do that, the more they remove the stigma and her ability to pair bond with a guy. You know what I'm saying? So like if you marry a virgin, which is probably something that I would go for if that is to ever happen. But again, I've considered, even if I would, just like in general, if I ever wanted to settle down with that type of thing. But that's something for me to figure out. Definitely marry a virgin if you ever decide to get married.
Um, Obviously that would be ideal. I would imagine. However, hmm, as somebody who was raised in the Baptist church and observed the various religions of which Christianity and uh, Muslims being, the two predominant, there's this, I've noticed there's this weird fixation on whether or not somebody has had sex or not. And it's really strange to me, in particular, why this hyper focusing on whether or not the woman has done it before and not so much the man. I don't know. Um, I went through a 304 point in my life. Um, it was mostly while I was drinking and angry. Um, are those birds?
Oh
Are
yes,
you?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
Sorry, I
I'm
just got a
just
little
outside. I'm just walking around outside.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, that would be ideal. However, at the same time, the odds of someone like me at age 46 marrying a virgin, bro, like slim to none because most virgins are young people.
Hmm.
And I would say most virgins are under 18 years old. And for someone like me to openly say that I'm only going to go for that type person, that's kind of gross because I've got my youngest child is about to be 18. That it's just that's unrealistic. And to find a 40-something-year-old virgin at my age, she's probably going to be ugly as a mud fence. So the older I get, the less concerned about that I am. It's, however, at the same time,
Well, you already have children, so
I already have kids. I mean, and my balls are cut. I've had my balls cut right at 18 years. Like London wasn't even born and I had them cut because I don't want any more. Like ever. Like no way. At the same time, yeah, again, ideally, whoever I choose in the future would be, I guess, a virgin. At the same time, I'm not a virgin, like not by a long shot. I don't think it'd really be fair for me to go for that. And again, if I did find somebody in their 40s, a woman in her 40s that was a virgin that would be interested in dating, she's probably going to be ugly as a mud fence. And I think I'd rather not have that as one of my criteria.
Well, usually this is what I've heard. Usually for men, like, and I know this may sound like a bit of a double standard, but usually men aren't really valued for their virginity because when guys have sex, they it doesn't biologically affect men, because I feel when it comes to dating and marriage and that type of thing, I feel like a lot of biological history with that person is not applied to them. I think people don't really apply biology enough sometimes. So like, yeah, usually guys are not valued for their virginity. And so it's like, like I said
men
before,
put value in their, quote unquote, in their woman on the fact that it is unique. She is unique. Not many people have had her. That whether anyone agrees with it or not, it's just how the majority of men look at it. It's just a biological fact. So I see where you're coming from.
And then, excuse me. So yeah, there's that, because usually what men are valued for is their ability to protect and provide for their woman. That's usually what they were valued for, because men and women we're different. We're different creatures. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. To say that we're not is absolutely ludicrous. Well, we are different. There's no doubt about it. We're different, and that's okay. There are things that men in general have advantages over women, and there are things in general that women have over men. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I've heard a comedian say, I can't remember who it was, but he made a profound statement that says, one of my favorite thing about a woman is that she's not a dude. And I thought that's actually a very, very good argument.
As again, with the society saying like, oh, men and women are the same, but the thing is that we're not. Like, if you look at the Olympic sports, perhaps, you ever see those compilations where they try to have women and men competing in the same thing, like the racing Olympics and stuff, and the women get dominated by the men, is because men are more physically built. You know what I'm saying?
In general, we're just bigger, and that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, I'm not demonizing. I'm not demonizing at all, but that's just how it is, right?
Yeah, Angel says we're designed to be a complete system together. Yeah, and I don't see how that's bad. That's a good thing. I don't think that's what she's saying. I think it is. We're just different. We can treat people equally in the law. You can be polite to people, and I've thought about that a lot on how I treat people. I do treat women differently than I do men. At the same time, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I also treat children different than I treat adults. And like if a 3-year-old comes up to me and just, whacks me on the leg and looks up and says, hello, I'm just going to talk to them like a 3. Well, hello, you cute little fart. How are you? And I might pat them on the head. But there's no way in the world if an adult comes up and pats me like that, a stranger, and I'm not going to be, I'm going to be a little more standoffish, like, don't fucking touch me. And B, I'm not going to pat him on the head. But
Right.
I've thought about that. I do treat women differently than I do men. To be quite honest, in most dealings in my life, and this is going to be different than a lot of other red pillars, I'd much rather deal with women. Like sales, and when it comes to selling things or haircuts, I'd much rather deal with. I just can't stand dealing with most men. I don't know why, but I don't like it. I don't generally like dealing with dudes.
Hmm.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think it's sexist or anything. It's just I've got my tastes and preferences.
Hmm. I see. And crap.
Where are you
What
calling
was
from? How'd you find my channel?
uh, YouTube? Uh, I guess
Or your,
how starting at the beginning, how I found you was the Parker stands up for his rights type of
mm-hmm.
I found you through that video.
Did you have to go through something similar? Is that what appealed to you, or did you just happen to enjoy watching it?
Not exactly. I didn't experience it myself. My mom and dad, they are happily married. They're I'm their last kid pretty much. So yeah, and they're pretty old. I don't see them getting divorced, but mainly seeing a bunch of other kids.
How
Uh,
old are your folks?
when you say folks, are you talking about my family or my friends?
Your folks meaning your parents.
Oh, they're oh gosh, they're in their 70s.
Well, yeah, they're
When my mom gave birth to me, she was in her 50s when she had me.
wow, wow. Okay.
I wish I was making.
Oh my goodness. Well, then again, like I said, Kevin Costner, he's 70 or 68 and he's getting divorced. Of course, apparently he didn't file, she did, but that's another one of those things with no fault divorce. If someone wants out, at the same time, shouldn't you not be able to get out of something if you don't want to be married anymore? I mean, I get it. At the same time, why does she deserve half of all his shit? I don't know.
Yeah, because I was thinking, definitely those divorce, maybe at least have these divorce laws changed because, it's like, because here's the thing, like, 50% of marriages have been ending in divorce. You probably know this, but it's just
Yes.
saying what I know. And then 80% of the times, women initiate the divorce
Yes,
80% of the
that is
time.
true. That is true.
Hmm. And I think it's quite often I think it's because men are being used. I mean, think about it. There was like how many the title of this video right now. A lot of the celebrities who are getting divorced by their wife. Think about it. They get all they get a bunch of his freaking cash. They probably did it just to get his money.
Unfortunately, uh, in my opinion, far too many young women are being raised by single mothers, and the
Yeah, I
fathers
agree.
are being taken out, and they use that as a resume enhancer. Unfortunately, I don't think it's right. I think it's terrible. They It is natural for a woman to seek out a strong man who's got his shit together. It is
Yes.
perfectly natural and perfectly normal, and there's nothing wrong with that. The rub gets to where that is used as a resume. I'm going to pretend to like this man and bear his children and put up with this crap and do things that I wouldn't normally do and fool him in order to get knocked up, go to the court system, and make a living off of child support, spouse support, half the house, etc.
Alimony, all that
Exactly.
crap.
That's where it gets they taking advantage of that is harmful.
Mhm. Mhm. I agree.
So For those that are just joining, I do not know Dr. Fourth Wall. There's a young man that decided to call in. I did put the comments or the link if you'd like to join in. I'm going to just see how this works. I've done this in the past, and usually it works decent. Okay, if you do decide you're going to get on here and moon me or do something that'll
Yeah,
give me the
please
platform.
don't moon. No mooning.
I have to ask, Dr. Fourth Wall. I did not know. Grammatically speaking, what the fourth wall was until just a few years ago. Are you a writer?
No, not
Are
well.
you familiar with what the fourth wall is regarding literature?
Sort of. It's kind of like where the character is self-aware of like what of the people watching or the people reading, that type of thing.
Okay, yeah. Well, and they call it a fourth wall break when the actor
Yeah,
actually looks at the
the
camera.
camera and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, you're watching this," or kids don't do this,
See,
or
I'm always
something like that.
fascinated when young people like you know that stuff at such a young age. I'll be honest with you, the only reason I ever found out what a fourth wall is whenever I heard it mentioned in the movie Deadpool, where he's talking
Mm.
about a fourth wall break, and he said that's like a fourth wall break inside of a fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls, and I was like, what the hell is he talking about? I had to look it up, and then I found out. Well, the fourth wall break is when it is as far as film is whenever they look straight into the camera and acknowledge the audience.
Yes,
I,
yes.
I was just curious if that's where you got your name, your
I kind of just
username.
made it out of a a bit of a goofy name. It's just I kind of made that as like my YouTube channel name, and for my other from some of my other media. But I do kind of write, mainly as a hobby. I was hoping to get maybe into being a script writer, but I don't know if it's really the best type of job where it would be a livable wage, or like what would be the chances of me getting hired. So yeah, but mainly me and my friends, we uh like for fun. I am good with design though. I'm very good with drawing. I draw a lot of sci-fi type of stuff. But me and my friends from high school, we had always wanted to make like a sci-fi comic, and we're kind of working
Comic
on.
as in paper comic or as in like cartoons?
Um, I don't get you. Like when we say
Well,
paper cartoons.
like we read a comic, like in my day, you pick up a comic book. It's a physical book that's got different characters and different scenes. You flop it over, it tells a story. And then some comics are people who write funny, make cartoons like The Simpsons or
Oh,
South Park.
I see. I see. No, not like an animated cartoon
Animated,
comic.
okay, yeah.
Um, no, like probably like a digital comic where you look through the pages, or probably soon, uh, if and when we can finish it, a physical copy, or a physical book, if and
Okay.
whenever we can get to making it.
Well, somebody back when I still had my Twitter account, by the way, my Twitter handle at Caleb Leverett is gone. It's gone. I can't access it anymore. But somebody on Twitter made a comic. Simp Daddy is known as what are the golly, I knew I was gonna do this. What's the Family guy's name? Family Guy.
Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin. Yeah, Simp Daddy. People kept calling him Peter Griffin. Well, somebody noticed a trend in the comment section. People are calling him Peter Griffin, and they made a comic of that famous scene from Parker's driver's side window and Simp Daddy in the background wearing his permy football shirt, and it's him as Peter Griffin, and I just about
Jeez.
lost it. It was the funniest shit I'd ever seen. But supposedly, this Twitter person's going to be making a full blown cartoon out of the entire Parker movie, and I can't even get. I don't know who it is. If I lost my Twitter, so I have no idea. I just thought maybe I'd ask this kid if he's this person who did that.
Twitter is garbage. you can
Yeah,
barely say it.
I have never ever figured it out. I've never was good at it. That's why I didn't throw that big of a fit when I lost access to it. You know, if I
Mm.
lost access to this, I'd be a little more upset. All right, Doctor Fourth Wall, I'm going to let you go unless you've got something else you want to.
Okay, sure. But just like one last thing, I would heavily recommend checking. Oh yeah, you said you haven't seen them, but I would definitely I recommend checking out Undead Chronic, Hammerhand, Sir Yedis. Well, Hammerhand's he's in his, I don't know his exact age, but he is quite a bit older. So definitely check him out. He's got a big white beard. If you look up Hammerhand, all caps, and then there's Undead Chronic, Sir Yedis, Grey Ghost.
Okay.
They're like a group of young red pillars or something like that. I think they're
Mhm.
called Warband. But yeah, I've been a fan of them for quite a bit, and they definitely do.
Do
They
they
show
do
you quite a
those?
bit.
Do they do
Hmm?
podcasts like podcasts?
Kind of. They do live streams, kind of like how you're doing, like how you're covering segments and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I may have watched them. I've been watching this Andrew Tate guy, and sometimes he's in there, and sometimes it's just other people. But I may have seen some of these people, and I just don't know their names.
Mm. Well, I mean, the Undead Chronic and his group, they kind of do that, but they don't really show their faces, and mainly it's because they don't want to get doxxed or anything, because they have actual jobs outside of YouTube.
Yeah, likewise, I do too. A lot of people think since I've had that one big viral video that I'm a millionaire, and it just doesn't work that way. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I've got again. That's the reason I'm not even doing the trail. I was going to do the Appalachian Trail back in March, starting in March, but I had some big jobs come up. One was up for a whole month up in New Jersey, and again, since YouTube cannot pay all the bills, then I have no choice but to
Oh, definitely.
do other work. Anyway, all right, Dr. Forthball, it's good visiting with you. Thanks for calling in, and I'll probably be doing these some more once I get my little house up and done, and maybe we can visit some more.
All right. Great talking with you. And again, like I said before, I definitely recommend checking them out. And I appreciate you letting me speak on your channel. And I'll talk with you later.
All right, if you get a chance, put some of those names up in the chat, and I'll highlight them.
Okay.
All right, take
Thanks.
care. I'm bye. What a nice young man. I enjoy visiting people like that. Educated, humble, um, knows some things about some things, also realizes that they don't know everything. There's nothing I can't stand more than a fucking know it all. And not that kid was. Yeah, I enjoy visiting with young people like that. People that know a lot more at a young age than I ever did at that age. I enjoy it. All righty. If you are wanting to chime in here, I put the chat link in there again. Rory Stories. I love Adult Swim animations. Always wanted to work for them. Rory Story. Are you a an animator? Man, this thing, I keep running over this thing. Sarah Jane, great podcasts are coming back. Well, Sarah Jane, as soon as I get my little tiny house, my other tiny house down in Okeechobee finished up, I'm going to have all this hauled back down there. And I'm thinking about starting up the podcast again somehow. Oh, yeah. Y'all like my dad talk today? Don't. I did an interview in studio with Eric Carroll. His studio's south of here about a couple hours, and a couple months ago he invited me in, and I got some free dad talk memorabilia. I got some signed mugs by Cy Robertson's. Got a couple of signed books by Cy Robertson. I didn't ever watch Duck Dynasty when it was big. The kids did. I mean, I'd heard of it and I knew who he was, but I didn't realize just how big they were. Um, Somehow or another, Eric Carroll over there at Dad Talk, he did an interview with him or knows him. I don't remember. He had a shitload of memorabilia, so he gave me some. I thought it was fun. All right, kiddies. I'm in, good God, an hour and 20 minutes. I did not mean to go this long. I think I'm going to cut this short. I've got some things I got to do, some errands I got to run in town here. And then I'm going to be moving all of this, my podcast stuff, back down. It'd probably take me a couple weeks at least to get all rigged up down there. And I'm going to be start doing some, a little more live, doing these lives. Rory Story. I'm not an animator. Actually, I'm actually a horse trainer in training. Okay, that's some kind of emoji. Can never stop learning about something new. Just have crazy ideas. Well, cool. Well, Rory Story. Parker is a fellow trainer as well. There's Dr. Fourth Wall. So Caleb, here's some of the names. Undead Chronic. What is that? 14th. Hammerhand. Sir Yeetus. Grey Ghost. Mac the Snapper. Reishi. Wrangler Star. That's why I like this this feature here, because I can put those names up and I can easily go check them back out later. Angel, keep going. I'm listening while I work. Okay. Dr. Fourth Wall, Ribby, the Party Frog, Chit and Chaz. I've never heard of any of these people, but who knows? Maybe people see these and look them up. All righty. Well, I wasn't going to go this long, and I know Angel wants me to keep going, but I'm an hour and a half into this, and I've got some things I got to go get done anyway. So I will chat with y'all on the flip side. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm going to be testing going live and monetizing Rumble, and that way I can say some of the things that I really want to say and not get deplatformed. So anyway, y'all take care. If this helped you out, if you enjoyed it, pass along to your friends. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Also, again, as I've mentioned many times before, I have no idea why I've got over 500,000 subscribers and almost nobody gets notification when I go live. If you would, click the little thumbs up and the bell, like maybe even unclick it and then re-click it again, because for whatever reason, I might could understand some of the old people that subbed years ago. They don't remember who I am or what this channel's about. But again, like I'm getting 2,000 to 8,000 new subs every single month. I would think that at least some of those would be getting notifications, but for whatever reason, YouTube just does not give out notifications to this channel. I don't know why. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Red Ranger, Better Bachelor, Sandman. Okay, yeah, Sandman. I am familiar with Sandman. That is one that I do know. I think maybe Sandman covered the Parker movie. I want to say he did. So, MGTOW podcast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have. Riker the Biker, Poor Man's Podcast, Akron TV. All right, I'm out of here, kiddies. I will see y'all in a few days, probably closer to be a couple of weeks. Anyway, consider not hitting your cheerings. Take care. Bye.